So this is Jim with WorshipStreamTV, and one of our goals through this virtual event is to talk to some of the leading manufacturers in the industry about some of the case studies they've done, the products that they offer, and how they can help houses of worship get the most from their video production capabilities now and well into the future. So right now, I am being joined by one of our partners with JVC Professional, Craig Yanagi. Hey, Craig, how are you?
Great, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, thank you. Do me a favor, just take a moment to introduce yourself to our audience on WorshipStreamTV.
Sure. I'm the um, product manager over at JVC Professional. I've been with the company for over 18 years and been involved with a lot of the establishing of the partners and also into the product design of the line of professional cameras since 2005.
With that kind of experience, I am sure you've worked with a lot of churches throughout the country, talked to them about their needs, what they're looking for, and how JVC Professional fits in. What are some of the things that you are hearing from House of Worship producers today? Some of the questions that they're coming to you with, some of the challenges that they're facing.
So a lot of the questions that we're receiving, and these are from both new and our traditional customers. Our traditional customers are looking to implement the equipment that they currently have into a new system, predominantly based on streaming, which has become extremely popular in the last few years. And also from customers that are looking to integrate new cameras and technology, and also try to and looking to do it at a good price point. And also they're looking for an investment that they can purchase and utilize for a long time, because the money that they gather through their parishes, they want to make sure that they get the most out of their investment.
Absolutely, and I think that's a great point when we're talking to the House of Worship market, is it's not always just about the price point where they're calling to ask for the most affordable product available. Sometimes it's really about the price point and the value proposition from that product. They want to make sure that they're spending the community dollars and the donations given to the church in a as wise as possible, to make sure that they get the best system that serves the community itself. And I think that's where JVC really does an excellent job with your product line in trying to help address that and bringing the right value into the House of Worship market. Can you tell us a little bit more about how JVC Professional's products fit into these solutions?
Sure. So the first and foremost, we go to the market, and actually the marketplace actually comes to us as well, and they provide us with the wants and the needs of what they're looking for in the product. We've seen the growth of technologies like Ethernet connection capabilities become predominant in the marketplace for streaming. Also, the marketplace and customers have informed us that one of the key applications that they look for is the ability to connect via VMIX, which is extremely popular switching system, and also the ability to connect via NDI. And JVC has worked closely with such partners and made sure that we have seamless connection and communication capabilities with those technologies.
And Craig, I want to dive a little bit more into those technologies, into the switching applications with VMIX, and into some of the different NDI technology and connectivity that you have on your cameras. But I also want to talk about some of the new technology you've built into that camera, because auto tracking is something I think that serves the House of Worship market very well, because now it's taking that robotic camera that saved us from having a bunch of different volunteers throughout the building and add even another level of automation to it where now I don't even need a remote camera controller. The camera can do the movements itself, right?
That's correct. And the advancements that we implemented into our KYPZ 510 flagship PTZ camera. We just recently announced that we have 5 different variations of auto tracking, implementing the latest AI technology into the camera, if you will, so that not only do you have the camera able to track the target person or the speaker, but also make it so that you can frame the camera in such a way that if the speaker, the presenter, is set at a certain position, the camera doesn't continually follow the speaker. And that way, it becomes less and less distracting for the viewership and gives it a much more pleasant viewing experience for the viewer.
Absolutely. The same way your eyes would naturally move if you're in the building, back and forth across the stage as the preacher is up on there giving the sermon. Now the audience can do at home because the camera is going to duplicate a lot of that natural movement itself. And I'm sure that this is something that you're seeing in some installs throughout the House of Worship marketplace. And the great thing is JVC shares a lot of these case studies and a lot of these different applications on their website where you can actually go and check out some of the different applications that houses of worship have been using JVC products for. Craig, is there one in particular that really strikes you or something that you want to talk about in general that you're seeing through some of these specific case studies?
So what we've found through our key customer applications, and you're seeing the application over at the University of Akron Chapel. This is a prime example of a customer that has implemented the latest of our high-end technology, which is fiber, into our flagship 230-inch camera, our GYHC 900, and implemented that into their streaming system. And also some other broadcast applications that we have as radio broadcasts, interesting enough, have become a venue for streaming, and they've implemented our PTZ cameras into their applications as well. Interesting enough, people want to now watch and see the radio announcers as they present online. So it's actually crossing over multiple borders with these new technologies.
And I know in that podcasting world, a lot of the times all they want to do is be able to share that video peek into the radio studio, for example, on a video conferencing app like Teams or Zooms. And the great thing about the JVC PTZ cameras is that you have the capability of doing that, right, Craig?
That's correct. We have the USBC connection capability on our 200 camera, which is our most affordable, as well as our flagship 510 camera. And so what that means is that even if you're starting out with a single camera or just a few cameras, you can implement those cameras and utilize them with those simple applications like Zoom or like Google Meets. And when your system or when your needs for expansion grows, you have a product that's evergreen in that all of our products have the capability of connecting via SDI, HDMI, and also Ethernet. And you have the option of purchasing the cameras with or without NDI support.
That's excellent. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of customers look for is that versatility with the USB connectivity, HDMI, SDI, NDI that we spoke about. And I want to speak a little bit more about because it really is a technology that allows even the most historic church building to install multiple cameras, because now a single Ethernet cable can run your audio and video back. It can run control capabilities. It can give you everything you need over a single Cat6 cable by using that NDI technology. JVC has really done a great job of embracing that NDI technology, not just in your PTZ cameras, but your camcorders as well, right?
That's correct. So one of our breakthrough products that we had last year in 2023 was the implementation of NDI HX into our GY HC500 camera line. So now you have the capability of actually having a camcorder that you can take out, do productions during the times where you're not having a service or when you're having events, and bring that into your facility for services and connect that right into your NDI infrastructure.
And while we're talking about that infrastructure, I have a really nice kind of workflow diagram that JVC has shared with us. Craig, can you give us a little walkthrough of what we're looking at here?
Sure. So what we've seen is the advent of the Ethernet IP connection capability, as you've mentioned earlier, Jim. The capability of audio video control, and most importantly, power being provided to these PTZ cameras enable a single cable connection into the most difficult placement positions within the facility, and also enables the installation with as just keeping the wiring and the cabling at a minimum. It also frees up the ability to implement these. Well, what we've done is we've actually implemented the capability of streaming into a single solution by teaming with VMIX to provide a turnkey system that incorporates the cameras, the audio, the streaming, all into one package, so that you can distribute your content to the major content distribution channels. And you can actually do that while.
And that's what I think is great too, is JVC really has the entire product line set up for the workflow, where you can take the PTZ cameras, combine them in the environment with the handheld camcorders, bring them into the VMIX turnkey switching system, and really has everything functioning together, kind of a single source provider of that workflow that really plays in nicely in the house of worship market. Craig, I want to talk to you a little bit more about that product, but before I do, I'm going to ask you something that I've asked all of our guests on the show, and that is, where are you seeing the future of House of Worship production going? What are you excited about?
Well, one of the great things about collaborating with key partners, such as VMIX, is to be on the front line of the new technology as they are announced and as the new technologies evolve. Case in point is that JVC is implementing the latest version of VMIX in all of the systems that we are deploying from JVC to our customers, so that our customers have the latest and the greatest technologies available. And we also make that technology upgrade available to our customers as well. And that is not just with the switchers themselves, but we also provide constant feature upgrades as a free download. And another case in point is the implementation of the 5 new autofocus capabilities of our 510. That is available to our customers that have purchased the cameras previous to that iteration.
That's great. So I want to take the opportunity to introduce our audience to the JVC product line. And this starts with the PTZ cameras. The PTZ cameras with NDI capability start now at just $11.99. There are multiple cameras to choose from, and confident that they have the right camera for your house of worship production. And in that, they also have pre-made bundles available. Craig, can you tell us a little bit about these promotional bundles right now?
Yes, we're really excited to provide this bundling for our customers and for our integrators. What we're providing is our top of the line RMLP 100 controller that has actually the capability of presets and control of up to 100 cameras, should you be daring to do that. If you if you purchase 3 of our KYPZ 510 cameras in any combination, we will be providing you with a free RMLP 100 controller.
That's excellent. And these bundles are available through the end of March, as well as a special promotion on the KYPZ 200. This is the entry-level, most affordable camera in that PTZ product line, and there's a $400 instant rebate available on that camera right now. So it's a great way to get started in your house of worship productions, and even to put a camera in other rooms throughout the building, like the case study Craig showed earlier with the studio, or creating a podcast studio, or even something for younger congregation members to get started with streaming. Now, Craig, you spoke a lot about the VMIX partnership and the VMIX systems. Can you introduce these turnkey systems to our audience now?
Sure. These systems are based on the Ruby specifications of VMIX, and they are optimized so that they give you the maximum performance and the optimal performance under those specifications. And we currently have 2 iterations, one with and one without SDI connection capability. The one that's straight Ethernet is the CAMIP8, and the one with the SDI connection capability is the CAMIP8S4. And we've also created and developed a VMIX control surface specifically designed to work with these systems.
And designed to work with the PTZ cameras as well, with that joystick controller built right onto the control surface.
Absolutely
so you do
correct.
get a complete workflow solution, and it is a nice upgrade if you are going to go with those turnkey systems. So we talked about the PTZ cameras, we talked about the workflows, the switching solution. Now I want to talk a little bit about the camcorders available, and this is the one that you alluded to just a moment ago, and that's the 500 series, where you'll see the upgraded model here with that NDIHS license, really allowing you to fit into that IP workflow. And there we have the HC500 or the 550, both available with or without that NDI capability.
That's correct.
Craig, thank you so much for joining us today. I think that's a lot of information. Of course, if any of our audience has any questions about these products, you can reach out to us through WorshipStreamTV. You can check out our e-commerce website at Videoguys.com, or contact us to find a system integrator and authorized JVC dealer in your area. We have a huge network of dealers all across the country who are happy to help houses of worship of all sizes, all congregations, to help get them set up and running with a complete workflow solution like what we talked about today. Craig, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Jim.
Have a great day.